Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and you'll never guess what time it is. Well, yeah, you probably will actually. It's only brick call o'clock with a great big package from BrickLink.com. But before I get into that, I need to resolve an issue that I had with a letter last week. Yeah, so I think I need to rectify an issue from last week on the subscriber brick call where one of the packages didn't have a letter. And Trent, whose name was written on the outside, did get in touch via email with kind of a letter replacement service. So I'm going to read that out because, well, it might mean a lot to him. Also, apparently it was stuck to the outside of the packaging. So either that was lost in transit or maybe it was binned by an overexcited, overzealous YouTuber. Yeah, no comment. Anyway, Trent says, "Hello, Robin. I was so excited to see the package got to you okay. My grandson and I watch all of your videos and love the funny, exciting scenes. I had a letter taped to the outside, so maybe it was lost." Yeah, that was probably me. Anyway, we loved that you had just picked up a horse cover that was red because when we were getting a present for my sister, I was shown the blue one and told you needed it for the king or castle area. Aidan was so happy seeing the two different colours. The fence pieces were so you could keep the fair from being driven through. Aidan thinks all outdoor places need fences. He must be a young member of the Health and Safety Police. The minifigs in the Marvel set you did not get because I have two little girls, a blonde and a ginger, who needed those. Very understandable, ladies. But the helicopter, being an SSP or Men in Black one, watching the invasion was also an idea here. We think alike. Your biggest fan plus the local brick store are a big hit to the pocket. Not that I can ever talk. My love of your trains is what got me watching. And then Tricks Bricks now need to thank you big time. Oh dear, have you spent a lot of money? I hope you enjoy all the pieces and can make some amazing fun mocks. Thanks for so many hours I get to spend watching and rewatching to find and build things like your Brick Nottingham with my mini-me, Trent. Oh, that's a lovely letter. So I did want to read that out because it feels, well, it felt to me like he'd totally missed out with me maybe losing it, or maybe it was the mail. I don't know that I threw it away, but yeah, it could have happened. Anyway, I thought in honour of that, I would show you the SSP helicopter because it was quite a quick change actually from the original 76162 Black Widow's helicopter Escape from 2020, just with a colour change in the middle, removing all the black section just to replace with that white. So we've got the black, white, black of the SSP, but also just caking it in stickers because that's basically all it really needed. And that's why I'm not doing it as its own build video because, well, not much to it. Now, I did think the funniest part of my changes was adding extra sirens on the top of here with these boat tiles in trans red and trans blue. I think that looks absolutely great for it to go woo, 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 which we can do with simply by saying super secret police. Yeah. More on the top here, more on the top here. Maybe it needs even more back here. I don't know. You tell me. And then I got some of the stickers from the flying car to say super secret police. There goes that siren again on the sides. 10th Division on the back on both sides. Lovely. With a bit of sticker surgery from the bigger stickers from that drop ship set. And then a logo on the front. And it's very hard putting it on this curved surface actually. That was the hardest bit, but it looks absolutely fine now, and that's because I actually cut it with a pair of scissors right up to the chin of the minifigure head there. You might be able to see it slightly overlapping, but it's very subtle. But it was kind of creasing and not folding very well, but I kind of folded in one side and then folded the other one, so it's kind of overlapping a bit like that. And now it works perfectly. So we have, sorry Robin, a new addition to the city and to the SSP Armoury with this wonderful double rotor helicopter. And I had thought that it was kind of a messed up version of a Chinook because, well, they famously have 4 legs and this has only got 3. But it turns out there are all sorts of dual rotor helicopters that I didn't know about. And this is quite a famous long-standing one that has 3 legs. So, yeah, I was wrong there. But there we go. I think that's a really good addition because the only twin rotor helicopter I've got at the moment is in my cabinet. deep sea cabinet above the waves. So this will be really good. So yeah, we can have that flying in. Oh, and there's another sticker on the back door actually there. I just moved the pieces around so it wasn't stickers across assembly. And I reckon that should be open with loads of SSP kind of descending down a rope to arrest an old person for being too old or too slow, or maybe somebody with ginger hair for being ginger, just like I said before, for all those prisoners in the wagon. Yeah, the poor oppressed. What are we going to do about those SSP? Anyway, that is for Trent. Let's get into the package. Well, that was really nice to hear from Trent and Aidan, so thanks again to them. There is your bedouing. But let's get straight into this package now, which has an absolute load of projects represented in it. Some sort of at the end of their wanted lists, if you see what I mean, and some at the very beginning. So, we'll have to be careful tipping all of this out. Oh golly, we've got paper bags. That is going to be very noisy, I think. So, yeah, I'm going to pause again now and, unwrap all these and then we can go through it. So, yeah, cool. Back in a mo. Oh, well, that was annoying. Tearing into loads and loads of paper bags is really painful when you're doing an order like this. I do prefer getting it all in plastic, I must say, even if that isn't ideal for the environment. But, if I reuse them, isn't that good? Aren't we dealing with bits of plastic anyway? And the other minor gripe already is there's pet hairs absolutely everywhere. Most of these pieces are supposed to be new, but I think I'll be washing them anyway. I don't think I've ever had an order with this much pet hair. It looks like cat hair to me. Anyways, it's a bit meh, but we'll work through it. Anyway, right, where should we start? Well, there was some protected sticker sheets that were very well protected. So that's good. That makes up for something. The first one is this one, which I didn't really want. It wasn't really on my list at all, being a friend's one with a lot of stickers that I definitely can't use. But it was 19 pence. So I thought, go on. And that's from the set 41743 Hair Salon. And I just thought maybe these hairdresser ones for a round sign would look really nice. Maybe in the old town or something like that. Some cushions. I don't know. Don't even know what they are. Are they? Yeah, I don't know, a rug or something. Maybe that symbol would actually be quite good at one of those charge points. Anyway, oh, and an open sign. Yeah, so there's something in there for 19p, isn't there? So I think that's rather good. Well, I've already got this, as you probably know, the Fire Brigade set 60321, or at least I've got the most important bit, being the sardine factory with its top secret sauce. But I had an idea that I might not have it against the side wall of the Lego room, but maybe move it to the other side of the harbour, so it was kind of backing into the main room. Now we've got a completely different orientation, and if I did do that, then it would need to be an enclosed building with two sides, and therefore I'd want the sardine can on the top to be visible from both sides, so it would need to be double-sided, and there aren't many of these left. So if I do that, I bought this as a precaution. Worst case scenario, I bet I can sell this for the money I paid for it, so no problem at all there. Yeah, I don't want to want it later and not be able to, and it was still only 60p or something like that, so yeah, better safe than sorry. But I just love that iconography with the Lego fish on there, of course, so that's brilliant. You never know, we might be able to have a different billboard for them somewhere else. So that is that one. This is a Dreams set. I'm not really into Dreams. It's weird. Video line I quite liked. Dreams I don't really like much at all. But, hey ho. There's no rhyme or reason to what you like. But I thought this sticker sheet, which comes from the Fantastical Treehouse 71461 from 2013, 2023, had loads of weird fun stuff on it. I mean, check out that sort of, I think it's called Binchu Bunny. Sort of thing on that. It could be in a shop window. This one looks quite arcadey with a green ghost. Treehouse signs, some sort of mushroom for sale signs, loads of little round ones, street signs, and graffiti galore. So I thought I could use that. Again, it wasn't that expensive. So yeah, kind of like that one as well. This one's from the Indiana Jones set, the recent Escape from the Lost Tomb, 77013. And this was just in case I did an underground Egyptian tomb. I especially like these ones for columns, these sort of gold kind of, what would you call that, Tutankhamun, sort of Ramesses sort of iconography, and all the normal hieroglyphs, of course, and in this bright flamish yellow orange. So I thought that'd be really useful, and that with some eyes lurking in the darkness. So yeah, I was just thinking that maybe is one of my underground scenes just in a cross section. And maybe that's what's being discovered in one of the recessed sections near the marina, an old Egyptian tomb. Now what that's doing in Brick Nottingham, who could explain? But anyway, yeah, if I do that, because a couple of people have sent me loads of kind of Egyptian pieces. And then there's this, the very reflective, oh look, there's me, Space Academy sheet, which is from the Olivia's Space Academy sets, 41713, from 2022. And I just love the build of that, of the building itself. I love the planets on the front. I mean, it's a killer 3D sign, isn't it? With the Earth and near sun planets all sort of revolving around on different arcs of different bits of flex piping in gold, you see. So I didn't want that set because, well, it was a bit expensive because I had the shuttle in it and all the outside stuff and all the Friends mini dolls and stuff that I didn't need. I just wanted the main sort of central building. And I thought I could make it a bit bigger and kind of make it more into an observatory or something like that. But one thing I would need if I was going to do that is all the images for the inside and all those planet stickers for those 3D signs. So I thought that would be worth getting. And look, there's even sort of shiny star pictures and all sorts. So that was fundamental. So I was looking for that. And while I was there, I realized that the best place to shop would be the place that had just parted out a couple of those sets. And then they'd have all the pieces I'd need and more to basically make my version of Olivia's Space Academy. So I looked for basically a store that had loads of the purple glass panels, 5, some of the light bright blue or whatever they call it, panels as well, and a lot of the smaller pieces like for the orrery, is that what I've got the right word there? Where basically we've got the sun and the planet sort of revolving around on a little device for the inside and so on. So basically, yeah, this seller kind of identified themselves by the fact that they'd had all of those pieces that I needed. And that is the main reason for choosing this person and, well, for this order. And then as ever, I filled my package with everything else I needed for all the other projects. So we'll see a lot for my version of the Space Academy. That's what all these dark blue plates are for and so on. Definitely all these different lengths. You see, these were very vital to get, obviously, for that thing. So we've got 3 different lengths here. So finding a store that had all of these and all of these, well, there was only a couple to choose from, and this one had more other good stuff. So yeah, loads of stuff for my Space Academy. So that's the stickers done. What else have we got? We've got the absolutely fundamental slope, I'd say. This seems to be in every order I make at the moment. And I think, oh, do I need one more? Go on then. I mean, it was only in 3 sets. In 1992, 92 again, and 1993. But it just seems that everywhere I shop has at least one. So anyway, this came in 6419, Rolling Acres Ranch from 1992, which is a Paradisa set, where it makes up the nice roofing there. I'm going to be using it for the approach from my castle and probably for a slipway somewhere near the harbour or maybe in the marina or something like that. I just love them. So yeah, another one of those. Not sure if I've got enough or too many. Got some nice aqua hair. I think this was one of the characters of one of the boys in the Space Academy set. But I kind of like that. Just for a, well, it almost looks like a protester type hair, doesn't it? The diet wacky colours. We've got a combination of old and new pieces. I think the majority are new, but I'm going to be washing them regardless now because of all the pet hair. But these look definitely a bit duller, so this must be the older bag that I tipped out. These long Technic red pieces are for the support of my big Duplo bridge that will be going across the opening of Brick Bay. To replace the grey one that's a bit more boring. So this is just, I like using Technic bricks to sort of represent iron girders, because although real life iron girders don't have holes all the way through them, it kind of looks industrial and I like it. So these should be 16 long, and they are. Golly, look at the muck on that. Yeah, that needs a nail brush for sure. More plates, more panels. I've got a load of these, I think because they're cheap. They're just prison doors. And I can see that one of them's quite faded, or maybe it's old grey. It's really hard to tell the difference. Anyway, that one's a bit rubbish. But these I can use, obviously, for a prison or a jail. It's just early sort of thinking right now. But one thing I always wanted was the old Prison Island set. and then you can have loads of sort of Alcatraz-y type scenes with prisoners, running their cups on the prison bars or escaping or something like that. And I figure now with my big long waterfront, I must have enough space for maybe not an island, but definitely sort of on a peninsula type prison. So that's what I'm going for. So very, very early days, just get a load of prison bar pieces. There's about 8 there, even if one of them is faded. Golly, that's quite a faded old brick as well. Good. So just a bubble for somebody's space helmet, or maybe a goldfish, or goodness knows what. I just saw that. I think it's from one of the Marvel characters, isn't it? As a helmet. These wheels are very interesting. I can't tell you what they're for. This order's got about 8 different projects in it, and one that I haven't told you about needs, I think, one of these rather than 2, but I think I brought 2 just in case there was an issue. They'll be powering a power functions device, so that's good. God, I can't remember what orange slopes were for. Although they're for my space station. Yes, there's a lot of space station parts in here that I'm trying to get all of the final ones unwrapped so I can get going on that build, because that's great. I'm really looking forward to that and sticking that to the ceiling of the Lego room. And that needed a bit of colour in it, hence the sort of orange accenting, which was prevalent around the sort of 2 space themes ago, I suppose. And I've actually got some more colour bits that kind of look like energy sort of sources and things like that. And I got these. I think there should be another one somewhere. There we are. And they were trans pink, I think, in the catalogue. And it seems to be trans satin pink. Maybe I knew they were trans satin pink, but I'm going to be looking at them from the side. And wow, they do look vivid. So I think that's actually perfect. I didn't appreciate they'd look quite this pinky, but I think they're pretty good actually. So imagine you just see a glint of that colour coming out of something, then I think that'll look kind of like a power source. So we've got lots of white doors. There's some of them seem to be less white than others. I might need to source some slightly whiter ones. That's just to give the outside of my space station a bit more detail when there's a very sort of blank bit. Blue doorways for the Space Academy. I mean, do we want it to be a Space Academy? It's kind of got an observatory as a side build, and I was going to just stick that on the roof to kind of, well, save on footprint, essentially. But then I suppose it does have the stickers Space Academy, so maybe it needs to stay that. But then, people need training for space somewhere, so maybe it's just that. I've got this sort of curly piece that I thought I'd use for smoke out of a chimney. It's kind of a tail. Yeah, more cat hair. I've got some more cat hair because I'm running low on that. All these white curved slopes, I can't even remember what they're for. They must be for the space station, presumably. I think that is. Now we got some of these. Golly, they're bigger than I thought. Wow, they're massive. These sort of big crystal sword pieces. There should be some small ones somewhere, I think, as well. Can't seem to see. Oh, they're in here. There's a little bag. See, we've still got some plastic bag. Anyway, I'll tip this out. So I knew these were sort of sword type sized crystal shards. Very nice indeed, and I like those. I don't know which faction I'll give those in my city, or whether it be people underground. Maybe my Cyclops army or something will be armed with these. Oh no, they've got the big clubs, haven't they? Anyway, I quite like them, and there are a few there. And I thought this one would probably be about that big, kind of like these sort of underwater flame pieces. Yeah, just a slightly bigger version. But no, they're absolutely massive. That explains why they're about 50p each. Anyway, so I got 4 of those, so maybe I'll have those as a big crystal shard deep underground. I thought I'd try them out. I think you can get them in a second colour now. So yeah, look at that. That looks absolutely great, doesn't it? A clump of them coming out in different angles like that. Very undergroundy. So I like that. So they came in 4 sets, including 71771, the Crystal King Temple from 2022, part of the Ninjago crystallized kind of sub-theme. Very nice indeed. But I mean, they say that is the Crystal King. That's not the Crystal King. This is the Crystal King. Oh yes, much bigger. He'd gobble your Crystal King, my Crystal King. Anyway, that's very cool. So yeah, they're big, but that's good because they'll make a good impression when all clumped together. Yeah, I like those. Very cool indeed. Multi sort of directional shards. Really play with the light well. So that's cool. I got a new sort of mobile phone that seems to be doing some sort of touch point payment system or something like that. So that's really cool. That's been in all sorts of different sets, but none of the ones I've been buying. So yeah, it seemed new to me, but it seems to have been in about a dozen sets. Now this is interesting. Also in plastic, so yeah, just saying. This is a nice little banner and it looks absolutely pristine actually. So this is from the set 70230 Ice Bear Tribe Pack from 2015, which kind of looks like a Hoth System Star Wars set really, doesn't it? But with bears. So anyway, I don't want it for a Chima build. I just thought maybe one faction of my castle scene would have the bear as its sigil, or be icy, or from the, I mean, it could be the Vikings really, couldn't it? It could be their flag, something like that. Anyway, someone from the far north. So I just like the look of it. I thought I'd buy that. I always check virtually every catalogue section, as you know. Some glow-in-the-dark cones. Yes, they're for an upcoming build for a certain day at the very end of this month. I'm going to have to start building that very soon, actually, because otherwise we'll get to the end of the month and I won't have built it. Oh, I bought 2 of those phones. That's good. Empty plastic. Or did I tip that out before? Here's something else in plastic, which is cool. Looks brand new. Also from a Dreams set. This is the character Nova. I've got no idea, so I won't comment on that. But I wanted her for a few pieces, really. First of all, the lovely torso with a sloth on it hanging from a branch. Very nice indeed. Bit different colour scheme. But also for that sleepy face. I mean, why not have somebody drooling on a park bench, fast asleep, or maybe being abducted by aliens? I think I've got those pods all full now. Yeah, I won't be using that side. That side's much more interesting. And then this sort of bowl kind of, I don't know, bob type haircut is pretty nice as well. So I thought that was worth a couple of quid to add to the heap of minifigs for the new city. So yeah, good. Lots of the little ladders that I use all over the place in train builds that I always seem to run out of. Maybe I'll be able to add one of those to my recent Ultra Agents base or something. White bricks for that Space Academy. I think I need a couple of these for around the doorway. Now these teeth pieces in this spring green colour are for the Halloween build. May as well say it, you all know what I was talking about. More plates. Oh, sorry, lady. Oh, that's got some interesting bits in it. More plastic, just saying. We've got a blue sword blade, which is very nice indeed. I thought, I don't know whether I can use this really, but I was thinking about it being part of the castle scene, but it looks a bit futuristic now I look at it. But it was unique to one set, 70330, the Ultimate Clay from 2016, who has 5 of them. Golly. And I'm thinking those things all sort of spin around like propellers and make a real difficult person to attack, kind of taking everyone out at once, kind of like General Grievous in Star Wars. And in Googling the picture for General Grievous, I actually found something else that surprised me that was lightsaber based, and that was a lightsaber umbrella. Yeah, I am not making this up. What? This apparently is, well, belongs to a Star Wars, well, I presume villain from the red colour of the lightsabers in some sort of Star Wars spin-off. It just looks a bit stupid to me, but I think she does actually spin it and jab it at people, but you would have thought if you hit it in the middle where the handles all sort of meet that it wouldn't actually hurt at all. So anyway, I don't know, but that looks kind of silly, but this looks kind of cool. So I'm all right with this. And I think I've got a hilt for it as well. I have, which I didn't think I'd seen before. It's kind of got a white skull on it and some interesting shape to it. Really nice one. Even can take a stud on there by the looks of things. And I thought, oh, that's new to me. But I think I have actually got one, or at least I could actually have one that I don't remember, because it's been in 10 sets, largely in Ninjago, including 70618, the Destiny's Bounty from 2017, which is in my harbour. Now, when I bought that set, I didn't have it with minifigures. I kind of got it on the cheap for somebody who wanted the minifigures and didn't want the boat. So maybe they kept it with their side of things and I didn't, because I don't remember it. But anyway, that can definitely go, probably with a different blade for somebody very evil in my castle scene. So that's kind of why I bought the blue blade, because, yeah, the handle needed something. So that's very, very cool. Oh, bit more hair. More bricks, more plates, more bricks, more bricks. All of these are for my space station, for all the bits that are going to sort of join together to make a really interesting shape. I think it's going to be massive. I'm just hoping that my command strips are going to be strong enough to hold it all to the ceiling. They should be. I mean, they held the old one, and if I just use the right number, use a lot more of them, it should be fine. But yeah, some trans green plates, don't remember buying them. I've also got a load more of these rails in blue. Not because I need to create something new, but just because I probably need to extend the blue rail bridge that's already in my city going across Brick Bay. Golly, these are filthy, aren't they? Don't worry, I can wash them. They'll come up fine. But the reason why I bought so many, I can't believe I bought absolutely this many, to be fair, because look, is because I thought that I could just extend it essentially the same shape but just longer. I mean, you just make it 16 longer by having kind of one there, and one there on both sides, which means I probably need, well, I might need a sort of pair to do this as well, that sort of shape. So I probably need about 4 of these curved ones and about 4 or 6 of these straight ones. But I seem to have bought an absolute load. And that's just because, A, they were cheap, and B, because a lot of them were chewed. Whenever you buy them, they're chewed. I mean, these seem to be all right. They're filthy. That one's very discoloured. But there's a great variety in quality, essentially. That one's quite faded as well. But it's because they're so, well, chewable, essentially. You just think about that. Just stick that in your mouth like a straw and give it a good old chew. So, yeah, for all those kids who were teething throughout the 80s, this was their weapon of choice. But they look all right, actually. I think they'll clean up fine. So anyway, I've definitely got enough of those to extend that bridge. I might even have enough to do, I don't know, a heap of them somewhere in a building area or something like that. Quite like these. Kind of window shutters in brown to go in arched windows. They're also used as doors in those sort of micro builds where you've got the micro figures for like the Harry Potter sets and things like that. But yeah, it could be a door for a very, very, very short person, sort of Ant-Man sized. But yeah, they're nice. They'll be good for shutters. I got those speculatively for the Old Town. Loads more bricks, some modified bricks of all different colours. They are all specifically for something. I think the black ones I've got a lot of must be for the space station as well. I've got red plates. Don't know what on earth they're for. Are they for the red bridge? They might be, but I don't remember what they're for, but I'll have it on my list somewhere. I've bought some more train buffers. Why, Robin? Why? Haven't you got enough? Yeah, I think I have got enough, actually. I don't know why I bought more. I think I'm just addicted to certain things. You know, you see them for £1, you think, oh, I might need them. Like they're going out of style. But yeah, some more dark blue for the Space Academy. I think these are for a vehicle that I need to finish, that I just wanted to build out of a set that basically I didn't want to buy the whole set of. They're for the dome bit at the top of the Space Academy for the observatory. Probably that too. Oh no, that might be space actually. Don't know. Covered in cat hair, you see. This is these tiny fine hairs. Ugh. Nasty. Yeah, so the other 3 of those for the dome. I think these are for something medieval. These sort of corner tall slopes. Need quite a few of those, and they're really hard to get actually. Yeah, loads of brackets, modified bricks, all tipped out to the side. Yeah, there's more standard bricks in this order than usual, which is good because I usually buy so many specialist bricks. I don't have enough normal bricks to tie them all together. I think I'd run out of those engine block things. They're really cool. That's one of my favourite pieces, just to stick all over any new build. And then we've got some new dark blue tiles. These are for decorating the space station. I'm hoping after this order, I think there might be one more that I need to open. I can get on with that build. But I've got so many pressing things coming up because I've got to do my Halloween one, the space station. I've got to do the thing that's going to use the round table that's on the floor, if you remember that, in the Lego room. Anyway, yeah, too many things on. Oh, and then I've got my collaboration when Lego Bricks and Pieces orders finally arrive. So it'll probably all come at once and I'll get super stressed. But anyway, loads of little pieces in here. I think some of these are going to be patterned. Yes, they are. This one's got a little pixelated robot on it. Very nice indeed. I'm getting all these one by one. So I've got lots of cards for my card shop in due course. We've got a happy basketball. We've got a cup. I thought these could all be like congratulations cards or sporting achievement cards or something like that. I think there's one more. There we go. There's a happy football or soccer ball if you're American. Yeah, and loads of other little pieces there. So, wow, yes. a big and good order. I think the best things are probably the sticker sheets, especially this Space Academy one with all of its shiny planets for making that lovely 3D sign. I'm really looking forward to that build, but I'm probably going to have to postpone it after that massive list of projects that I just gave you, using all these bendy things to map out their arcs throughout the sky. And I'm going to make that build a higher build, as well as perhaps slightly wider, definitely with an observatory on the top. So I think it'll be really interesting. Loads of stuff for both my rail bridge and my red bridge, thinking ahead. The space station, of course, the round build, I mentioned that already. And yeah, lots of interesting pieces like this character, the phones, the sword, and wow, these crystal pieces. Maybe they're the best bit of this order, actually. They are pretty amazing. So cool, brilliant order, apart from the hair. Not very happy with that. Thanks again to Trent, and check out our new SSP helicopter. That needs to go straight in the city. Oh, and I also fixed all of those stickers on those airways pieces, so it looks like it could be a bit of broken fuselage underneath the city. These were all at total skew with angles and in the wrong order and all the rest of it, but as you can see, I've got the back two pieces on opposite sides, front two, and it says the right thing with as little gap in the middle as possible. Oh no! So yeah, that is all cool as well. Right, so awesome haul. Let's get all these pieces washed and sorted. Blech. Well, another piece that I missed going through it the first time was this lovely Jazz Fest poster, which I can use practically anywhere in my city to advertise a jazz festival, presumably at the Jazz Club. Modular, that would be really nice. Stick it on a wall to decorate, and you'll probably recognise the iconography as being from The Simpsons, and you'll be right, it's from 71006, The Simpsons house from 2014. But yeah, I've never seen that for sale before, so I'm glad to have that to brighten up the city. So as always, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more cat hair, for more awesome brick hauls, and do remember to also subscribe to the main Robin Hood Bricks channel, where you'll see all of these pieces being used in all of those projects that I mentioned, and our new helicopter flying high in the sky, letting down loads of SSP agents to do their, well, slightly odd work. Anyway, if you value these channels, there are many ways in which you can support them. Do check out all the links in the description below. Your support is appreciated. And next week we'll be doing another brick haul for hopefully the final pieces for the space station. That's the one I really want to get on with, but other things may come first. And on the main channel, we'll be doing another build over the weekend. So until all of that, see you! Yeah, adding the sirens to the top of these rotors, I think, was a genius idea. It makes me smile every time I see them.